So it looks like another secret doors add-on has been released. This one is created by ModBlock. This add-on is priced at 660 Minecraft coins. That's £3.29. It's roughly $4. Apparently, this secret doors has 1,800 secret door options. This currently has a 4.6 star rating out of 5, with 647 ratings so far. 84% are giving it a 5-star. This is technically the third secret doors add-on we have seen on the Minecraft marketplace. I always wonder why the Minecraft marketplace partners all want to make the same content. Why have we seen 3 secret doors add-on? In my opinion, if somebody's already created something, why would you want to recreate it? With that being said, if you are going to recreate what is already available on the marketplace, you have to do it bigger and better. And in my opinion, that is what this add-on actually does. Just like all the other add-ons we have checked out, when you join for the first time, you will be given a guidebook. But the creators of this have done something I have not seen. And it is really, really good. Because if you go to the next page and then come off this and go back onto it, it stays on the exact page you were previously on. Now, this can be really useful for crafting recipes. And honestly, this is something I would like to see from more marketplace partners. There is nothing more annoying than finding what you want, right? Learning the recipe, but then slightly forgetting it. You go to this page, you come off this, you go back, and then it changes the page. So many add-ons have done this, and it's so annoying. So the creators of this, you guys did a good job. Starting with the secret doors, there are 2 types you are able to make: a 3x3 door and a 5x5. To make yourself a 3x3, it's going to be stone all around the outside with redstone dust in the middle. The exact same for the 5x5, apart from the middle is a redstone block instead of dust. Really easy to make. It is also survival friendly, as well as creative, adventure, etc. So these go all around the outside. This goes in the middle, and then you end up with this. And the same applies to these. But all of the recipes are going to be inside of here, along with inside of here. Really simple to use. Place it down. A brand new menu will pop up, and you have block type. There are so many different options. However, slight issue here. The more you scroll down, you'll see that it's really hard to keep an eye on what blocks are up here. It automatically kind of scrolls you down. And I found that as a slight issue with this, along with a couple as we check this out. So, like, I actually don't know what's going to be towards the bottom because I can't fully check them out. I've got to brick block, and then it kind of bugs out a little bit for me. But we'll start off with the bookshelves, for example. So now that I've got this, go ahead and tap on this, and it's automatically going to open and close, right? Pretty standard. Now, if you crouch and then tap on this again, you can go ahead and change the direction. So let's say we wanted it to slide from the right, go to the bottom, hit submit, and you can see it's going to slide. There are so many different options with this, and I kind of like it, but again, slight scrolling issue. Let's do like columns up, for example. Hit submit. I like this design. Back down again once you hit this. And then if we change it again, you've got vertical or horizontal. So you can actually have these on the floor. And to be honest, they actually act as a block. It doesn't seem to be like an entity this time. I could be wrong, but I'm actually able to interact and stand on these. So if I was to grab myself some oak, for example, here, obviously it's going to be a Oh, there's definitely a slight issue there. Again, a lot of the textures don't seem to line up, which can be a very, very big problem here. It's very clear to see where the secret doors are going to be. However, you can see here if you... I think it's this one. How do I enter it? There you go. Oh, okay. That's cool. Let's change it. We'll change it to a different one. Let's do open up, for example. So when this comes back, let's try it again. There you go. Standard one to open up like this and closes back down. Now, more options are available here, such as open by other players. You can turn this off if you wanted to. You do have show particles, and all this means is in case you went ahead and forgot where your base is, there are particles that you're able to enable so you can remember where you had your secret door. But you can go ahead and just turn this off or on if you wanted to. One more thing, if you place this down by mistake, go ahead and crouch and tap on it and then click delete, and the item is going to drop on the ground and you can pick this up. This is the 3x3 and this is the 5x5. It's just on a bigger scale. Honestly, I like that there's 2 options, but I would love to see more, like 2s and 1s and 7s and even bigger. But this is better than the other ones we have seen. However, there is a slight negative with this. If we go ahead and hit submit with this, you can see that the textures are not the exact same. So it's really, really easy to figure out where the secret doors are. And this has been a problem with all of them. The shading hasn't been right. So if I place this down, tap on this, we go to stone and hit submit. Again, it's very clear to see, clear as day actually, where the secret door is going to be. There's a couple of them that do look okay, but most of them really don't. It's just so easy to figure them out. I think the obsidian one might have been one of the better ones. So we'll click submit. Better than the other ones, but it's not exactly perfect, right? And I was just messing around with a bunch of different designs. Let's go to like the oak log, for example, hit submit. I mean, that's not too bad as well. But yeah, unfortunately, they don't blend very well. I figured out if you're using the scroll wheel, this is how it bugs out. So if you don't want this to happen, don't use scroll. Just grab this and slide it down. That's probably the best way to do it. But I want to see if any other one might actually blend very well. Let's try like a block of iron. I'm going to change this and we're going to go to like, let's go diagonal, for example. We're going to do horizontal. We're going to do submit. Let's try. Oh, okay. Oh, I pick block this and it classed as a barrier block. Let's try iron block. So maybe it is still entities then. This one seems to be blended in a lot better than the other ones we've checked out. So that's quite nice to see. And when I was checking out the add-on, one of the really good looking design ones was in fact lava. So that's the best one we've seen. That is a very, very hard block to distinguish the differences between. So that's good to see. With this add-on, you can also gain remote access using a remote control. It's made with gold ingots. You are going to need 5 of these, and the recipe is relatively easy to make. 3 go in the middle, going down, and of course on the left-hand side. However, a slight design flaw here, because if you activate this and you have too many secret bases together, it's going to access all of the doors. But honestly, you're probably not going to have this many secret bases together. Although, if your friend figures out how to craft this, they could just start tapping the control to figure out where other players' secret bases are. Talking about secret bases, you can actually craft these. There are 3 different options available. The small one is made with iron nuggets. The medium is made with iron ingots. Meanwhile, the larger one is made with iron blocks. As mentioned by the book, whether it's the small, medium, or the big one, it automatically builds a large underground base. Perfect for hiding all your equipment in a large base. Be careful. Place it 5 to 10 blocks under the floor. A really cool addition with this, though, if you place this down, a warning will pop up saying you're about to summon an underground base structure, which might replace important blocks such as chests or your house. Make sure you're at a safe distance from your belongings before proceeding, but no worries, you'll be able to undo it if needed. Now, if I click continue, it's generated a secret base. You have 10 seconds to then cancel this. I really, really like this because some of the previous add-ons, they don't have this, and it can be a very, very big problem, especially if you start doing this in a pre-existing world. Now, obviously, we're just going to summon this not as they mentioned, because as they did mention, they don't recommend doing this at this level. You have to dig down a couple of blocks. After the undo is done, you cannot undo it. You have 10 seconds to do it, and that's all. As it mentions, go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or even 10, or even further. Place this down and hit submit. And now we do have an underground base, and this is where you can start adding the secret doors, or you can cancel this and move it if you really wanted to. I haven't seen this from any of the add-ons we've checked out yet. elevator blocks. This is a genius idea. It's made with slime balls and a redstone block. You need 8 of these, 1 of these, really simple to make. And credit to the developers here because the recipes, all of the ones we checked out, are relatively easy to understand. You place it down, you stand on it, and it would be as simple as jumping to go up or sneaking to go down. And you can see no elevator has been found. So I set this up here. It's really useful. If we go into third person here, and jump, and we just keep jumping here. So sometimes it does bug out and you can't do it as fast. There you go. There we go. We crouch, we crouch, we crouch, we crouch. It's super useful. And yes, if you do build one underground, it will also work as well. Another secret door option is the cactus door, but a slight problem here. The cactus usually generates 3 tall. This one is 4 tall. But another problem we have here is that if I was to go ahead and place down sand here, how on earth do I get in and out of this? Because obviously it's gonna, or meant to, generate inside of a desert. So a slight problem here, because if we open this and we break this, for example, and close it back up, you can actually see underneath. So this one to me was a little bit confusing, but this is the recipe you are going to need. The final secret door comes in tree form. I went ahead and placed down an original oak tree and a secret door. If you were to pick which one is the real tree versus the fake one, which one would you pick? If you pick the left one being the real one, you would be correct. So this one's slightly darker in texture versus this one, but another design flaw. You can see the slight shading around here versus this one. But you can actually hover over the blocks here, which I thought was pretty cool. And you can actually change the color of these as well. Now, I actually thought in order to get yourself a different one, so let's say you wanted to get yourself the cherry one rather than the oak one. The original recipe is the leaves, then the logs, and then redstone, right? So I was like, okay, surely you have to go cherry and then cherry. This will just make the original one, which will be an oak one. You then place it and you can change the color, which I thought was cool. I want to try a jungle one because I'm curious on this one. The main problem with this one is it's not a giant door, which is kind of sad, but you can go ahead and crouch and then change it again if you wanted to. So we could go to the dark. That one seems a little bit too light for me. We'll go to, let's go mangrove. You might get away with this one because it would be intertwined inside of a mangrove. So you've seen the secret doors, the secret bases, elevators, secret cactus, and secret tree. This add-on has a little bit more. You're able to make yourself a super pick, which is a digger. And this is made using 3 diamond pickaxes. Put them in a crafting table like this, and you'll end up with this. So you're able to just dig a 3x3 area, which I thought was a really cool addition and very unexpected for this. So this has content that other ones do not. More importantly, the durability of this one does actually break, which I thought was pretty cool. What about if you do this one? Well, that's a creeper. Can we do / enchant? And then we'll do, let's do fortune 3. You cannot enchant them, unfortunately. That's kind of sad. The add-on also includes cameras, but you are going to have to make yourself a laptop. Here are the recipes you are going to need. But like I mentioned, everything is inside of here. Also, if you crouch, it will take you back to the previous page, by the way. But like I said, it stays on the page. Even if I throw this on the floor, let's double check. If I throw this on the floor, it still stays on the same page. So when it comes to the camera, go ahead and place down a laptop and then place down a camera. You can change the design to your own satisfaction. I'm going to look for one that I like. Let's go for a TNT one, for example. I mean, it's not really a big deal. Go to this, and you can see here, it will... Oh, wait, you can see me just chilling there. Anyway, you can have secret cameras with this, but it is a slight bit laggy from my experience. I'll be honest with you guys. Secret doors isn't really my thing. However, that being said, I think the creators of this did do a very good job. If they can fix the issue with the shading, then honestly, I think more people might be inclined to purchasing this. That being said, I think the elevators are brilliant on their own. And I think these little things are just extra quirky additions. Overall, it is the best secret doors add-on out there for the marketplace.